The wait is finally over, and the camera world is officially on notice because the ghost we have been chasing for years has finally materialized. For every photographer who clutched their Nikon D500 and refused to let go, for every wildlife professional who demanded a high-speed crop sensor that didn't feel like a toy, and for every sport shooter waiting for flagship power in a compact body, your patience is about to be rewarded. Today we are stripping back the rumors and looking at the cold, hard reality of the Nikon Z90. This isn't just another incremental update in the Z series lineup. This is a targeted strike at the heart of the APS-C market, and a love letter too. The purists who know that sometimes a crop sensor is actually the superior tool for the job. If you have been following the trajectory of Nikon lately, you know they are on a massive winning streak. From the Z9 to the Z8 and the recent Z6 III, they have reclaimed their spot at the top of the mountain. But there was always a missing piece in that puzzle. There was a gap between the enthusiast Z50 and the professional full-frame bodies. Z90 is that bridge, but it's built with the reinforced steel of a flagship. We are looking at a camera that is effectively a mini Z9, stripped of the bulk but infused with the same relentless DNA. At the heart of this beast is a rumored 33-megapixel DX format sensor. But don't let the resolution number fool you into thinking this is just a standard sensor. The industry is buzzing with the news that this will likely be a stacked, or at least a partially stacked CMOS architecture. This is the holy grail of sensor technology. By stacking the memory directly onto the sensor, the readout speeds become astronomical. For you, the creator, that means the end of rolling shutter. When you are panning with a race car or capturing the frantic wings of a hummingbird, those vertical lines will stay straight and those wings won't look like warped jelly. This sensor is designed to be the fastest in its class, period. The resolution choice of 33 megapixels is a strategic masterstroke. It's the perfect sweet spot for the modern professional. It gives you significantly more cropping power than a 24-megapixel sensor, which is crucial when you are out in the field and that rare eagle refuses to fly any closer. You can crop into a DX frame and still have enough detail for a high-end commercial print. It effectively turns your 300mm lens into a 4-100- and -50mm equivalent. And with this much resolution, you can go even further without losing that professional bite and clarity. But a fast sensor is useless without a brain that can process that data, and that is where the EXPEED 7 processor comes in. This is the same silicon powerhouse found in Nikon's $6,000 flagship. By putting this processor in a DX body, Nikon is unlocking features that were previously impossible in this price bracket. We are talking about mechanical shutter. Speeds of 15 to 20 frames per second, but when you move into the electronic shutter, the Z90 is expected to hit a blistering 120 frames per second in specialized burst modes. Imagine capturing every single ripple of muscle as a sprinter leaves the blocks, or every droplet of water as a predator breaches the surface. This camera doesn't just take photos, it slices time into microscopic fragments. The autofocus system is where the Z90 truly feels like it's from the future. Nikon has invested heavily in deep learning AI, and the Z90 is getting the full benefit of that research. This isn't just face detection. This is a sophisticated subject recognition engine that can distinguish between the eye of a bird, the helmet of a motorcycle rider, or the cockpit of a jet. The tracking is rumored to be sticky in a way we've never seen in a crop sensor camera. Once the Z90 locks onto a subject, it refuses to let go, even if that subject moves behind a tree or momentarily leaves the frame. It's eerily predictive. It's almost as if the camera knows where your subject is going before they do. Let's talk about the build quality, because this is where many mirrorless cameras fail the pro test. The Z90 is expected to be a rugged, weather-sealed tank. It features a magnesium alloy chassis that can survive a rainstorm in a rainforest or a dust storm at a rally race. The ergonomics are being modeled after the Z8, meaning you get a deep, comfortable grip and dedicated buttons for your most essential functions. No more digging through menus while the light is changing. This is a tool designed to be operated with gloves on, in the dark, and under pressure. One of the most exciting developments for the Z90 comes from Nikon's recent acquisition of Red Digital Cinema. We are starting to see that cinema DNA trickle down into the stills cameras. Z90 isn't just a photography powerhouse, it's a legitimate cinema rig. We are expecting 4K video at 60 frames per second, oversampled from the full 6K width of the sensor. This results in footage that is incredibly clean, with virtually no noise and a level of detail that looks like it came off a Hollywood set. With 10-bit unlog and HLG internal recording, you have the dynamic range needed for professional color grading. There are even whispers of internal ProRes support, which would make the Z90 a dream for documentary filmmakers who need a small, fast, and capable B-cam. Connectivity and storage are also getting the professional treatment. The Z90 is rumored to feature dual card slots, one's FEXpress Type B and one's 2S2. This is a critical feature for anyone shooting professionally. It allows you to record to both cards simultaneously for an instant backup, or use the faster FEXpress card for high-speed bursts while keeping the SD card for overflow. It gives you the flexibility and the peace of mind that your data is safe. The electronic viewfinder is another area where Nikon isn't cutting corners. We are looking at a high-resolution 5.7-6-million-dot-old panel. But the spec that really matters is the refresh rate and the blackout-free performance. When you are shooting at 20 frames per second, you need a constant, fluid view of your subject. The Z90 aims to provide a true optical-like experience, ensuring that you never lose your orientation during a high-speed chase. Now, you might be wondering why you would choose this over a full-frame camera. The answer lies in the physics of the DX system. The smaller sensor allows for smaller, lighter, and more affordable lenses while giving you that extra reach. For a wildlife photographer, a Z90 paired with a 400mm lens gives you the field of view of a 600mm lens on full frame. But without the $10,000 price tag and the back-breaking weight, it's about efficiency. It's about being able to hike 10 miles into the wilderness and still have the energy to steady your shot when the moment arrives. The Z90 is entering a market that has been revitalized by cameras like the Canon R7 and the Fujifilm X-H2S. But Nikon is coming in with a clear advantage: the Z-mount. This is the largest mount in the industry, allowing for more light and better edge-to-edge sharpness. Whether you are using dedicated DX glass or mounting a professional S-line full-frame lens, the Z90 is going to squeeze every ounce of performance out of that glass as we look toward the official release. The excitement is reaching a fever pitch. The estimated price point of around $2,000 puts it right in the sweet spot for serious hobbyists and working professionals. It's an investment in a system that is currently leading the industry in innovation. When you buy a Z90, you aren't just buying a camera, you're buying into the future of Nikon's ecosystem. Thank you for being part of this journey today. This has been a deep dive into what is arguably the most anticipated camera of the decade. We want to know what you think is the Z90, the camera that finally makes you jump to mirrorless. Are you holding on to your DSLR for a bit longer? Just drop a comment below and let's get the conversation started. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay ahead of the curve on all things tech and gear, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are constantly tracking the latest developments, and we can't wait to bring you the first hands-on look at this machine when it finally hits the shelves. Stay creative, keep shooting, and we will see you in the next one right here on the channel.